I am so sorry. I feel like I truly owe you an apology, so I'm going to say it again. I am so sorry. I was so consistent with this channel, posting 1 to 3 times a week, and I just kind of stopped. And I haven't been on YouTube for over 3 months, and that is crazy to me. Turning on this camera, talking to myself right now feels incredibly strange. I have been putting this off for a good month and a half. I decided to take a break from social media. I took a break from Instagram and it wasn't quite enough. And so I took a break from YouTube and it felt really good. I didn't realize how consumed I was with my YouTube analytics and just constantly pressuring myself to do better or just analyzing what I was doing wrong, or if something went right I was really excited, but that only lasted for a little bit. It was so fleeting and then it just disappeared and it would happen all over again. And so I decided to truly take a break, and I could go into all of the different reasons that I needed that break. There are multiple, and I think, if anything in 2020, I think it goes without explanation of why I probably needed a break. So here I am, and I'm sorry it's been so long. This video today is going to be my first thrift haul of 2021. It's a pretty good haul, but really it's going to be me chatting a little bit along the way, updating you, filling you in about where I've been, what I've been doing, all of that jazz. And I really do plan on using this video as an icebreaker to dive back into the world of YouTube. I am ready. Hopefully, I do thrive on consistency, and when I take breaks from anything, it's really hard for me to get back into the game. And I mean, it's the same with working out. Once I stop working out for even a week, it's really hard for me to get motivated to jump back in, but I'm always happy when I do. So most likely I'll film this video, I'll upload it right away, and I'm going to feel great. I know it. But it's getting there and doing it that is sometimes a lot easier said than done. And so yeah, today's thrift haul, I went back to the bins, and I actually hadn't been to the bins in over a month, which is so crazy. I I shouldn't even maybe say this, but I'm going to. I did have COVID. I had COVID a few months ago, and before I even got COVID, so I don't want this to be all about me having it. It was fine. My experience with it went well. I was really tired, but ultimately I handled it really well, and I'm very glad for that, because I've not always handled illness as well in the past. So that went well. My husband, we both got it. We most likely picked it up from a restaurant before they were shut down again, and we both handled it very well, and it was before the holidays, and so we were lucky in that sense. So anyway, before I ended up getting sick, I had actually sourced and stocked up enough inventory to last me a couple months. And I did that because I was afraid they were going to shut down everything again. And when I say everything, I was really concerned that they were going to shut down everything. And so I stocked up for enough to last me a couple months. It ended up lasting me about 2.5 months, and to the point where I really didn't source hardly at all. And I was down to the bare minimum this past week and really needed to go back. And so I did. And just like I said previously, once I get out of a routine, it's hard for me to go get back into it. And so even though I love the bins and I always enjoy it, I was dreading going back. And I can't explain it. Maybe it was the weather. It's cold, it's dreary, there's ice on the roads, and I've just kind of been a hermit. So it's really easy for me to fall into a hermit lifestyle. There are definitely weeks where my husband will ask me if I've left the house, and he'll tell me I just need to leave. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And so I did go back to the bins. It was a good enough haul. It was exciting because the first couple bins were really good. Like the first couple bins that I hit that I got into were really good, and I was able to fill a cart almost immediately. I did get 80 pounds. It was $1.49 a pound, and I spent $119. I'm not showing everything today because I know I'm going to be chatting about a lot of stuff. I'm going to be basically showing you either my favorites or just some things that I think are maybe helpful for you to possibly pick up as well, especially if you're a binge shopper. But I will kind of explain what I've been doing with my inventory, and I have a new video that has been filmed literally for a couple weeks that I'll be posting hopefully this weekend or early next week about my updated inventory system, because I have added on to my inventory system and I don't want to give too many spoilers. You're definitely going to want to check it out. Even if you watch my old inventory video, you'll want to watch this updated one. So, like I said, I stocked up for a couple months, and I was able to stock up so much because I have increased my inventory space. And with that, I forgot even where I was going to go with that. But with that, I know. With that, I am actually stocking up items for other seasons, which I've never done before. Because I'm limited on space, I've never saved summer items for summer in the middle of the winter. I have, or vice versa. Like, I've never saved winter items in the summer for the next season because I never had room for that. And now I do have some room for it. And also, I'm still kind of a little bit in the mindset of you never know what's going to happen with lockdowns and what's going to happen with thrift stores. And so I'm not considering it a death pile at all. I'm considering it making a smart decision for my business. Having that, little money pile sitting around is more than, okay for me at this point. And so I have a couple bins of summer items, and so I did find summer items at the bins this past week, and I am setting them aside, and so I will not be showing those items. There were a few items that I'll be setting aside for buy sell trade stores, and if they don't use them or decide to take them, I will sell them myself. And then I also found a few ugly sweaters, ugly Christmas sweaters specifically. This is the time of year where Goodwills are pulling them out of, their stock, and they're shipping them to the Goodwill outlet. And I like to pick up them if I can, if I have room to store them, which I now do. And I'll be holding on to ugly Christmas sweaters for next year. I'll probably start listing them around October. So that's kind of what you're going to be seeing in this haul. And if you're new here, I am so sorry. We're about 7 minutes in and I haven't even fully introduced myself. I am Monica of Milly and Monica, and I am a full-time clothing reseller on both Poshmark and eBay. And honestly, I should be flipping those these days because eBay is performing much better for me than Poshmark, and that'll probably be a whole nother video talking about that and the changes I've seen in my business over the course of the past year. And so really, I have a lot of content to film and create for you because there's actually been a lot that's been happening, even though it seems that every day is so kind of boring and kind of monotonous or whatever, but a lot really has changed, and I am ready to kind of share that with you. So anyway, I would love to know kind of, how has your year been going? Like, not necessarily 2021, it's only been a couple weeks, but I mean, just the past few months. I've been pretty absent. Maybe some of you have been absent and you're just diving back into this reselling thing. How are things been? Like, what are some things that have changed for you in your business? What are some changes you're looking to make? And, all of that good stuff. So I have some kind of accessories here on the top. There are some really fun pieces, and then there's some really basic pieces. So because it is winter, I'm definitely picking up like beanies and hats, and this is a brand, I guess, that I haven't picked up before, but it's kind of a very much like snowboarding, ski lodge type beanie, fun, kind of triangle shaped, and it kind of flops over like so. And just another winter hat, this faux fur trim, and you can definitely tie these up if you're too hot. Let's see, I think it's just called a fur. I like these style of hats. This one I do need to retack the tag, but it is Rebecca Taylor, which is a really fun find. It's a size 10, beautiful piece, and I so far, other than needing to retack that tag, have found no other flaws. This is just a gorgeous piece, a very like lacy, romantic, it reminds me of like Edwardian style piece, just classic and beautiful. So excited to get that listed. And this here is an like tunic, like mini dress. I would say more of a tunic, but probably cute over leggings. Very boho kind of flowy style. And is definitely a brand I will only pick up at the bins. I would not pick this up at a regular thrift store, only because the return for me on is, unless picked up at the bins, is not very good. Like, I wouldn't want to pay thrift store price, which would probably be between probably $7.99 and $10. I wouldn't be able to make a very good profit off of this, but you know, when you find it at the bins and are paying like $1, maybe $1.50, that's just fine. This is a vintage sweater, and I did find a couple of fun vintage sweaters. So this was an Alfred Dunner, a very classic label, and size large, acrylic, sequined, very fun. Actually, the sweater I'm wearing now is a vintage sweater. It's a little boxy and kind of oversized, puff sleeves, but I just like the contrast in the knits and the button neckline details. So I might keep this one for a while just because it is really beautiful and a color that I really enjoy. This here is a Chico's piece, and it's size 3, if we can see the label there. And then it has this like button-on cowl neck, which is kind of like an infinity scarf cowl neck. I just kind of liked that. And it does have a bit of a metallic sheen to it. This was a fun find, and definitely a heavier piece, so a more costly piece, but hopefully worth it. It is a Michael Kors men's extra large jacket in kind of a brown wool blend, and it's more of like a field anorak style jacket, but overall a nice coat. I didn't even think about asking my husband if he'd want it, but I found him a pretty good lot of stuff a few months ago when I did my big sourcing trips, so I think he's good. Anyway, this is a pair of Born booties, and I think the other one fell on the ground over there where I can't reach it. So just a nice pair of black slip-on ankle booties, a little block heel. They're a size 9.5. And you're always welcome to send me offers on this stuff. I'm trying to get as much listed as possible, as quickly as possible. And so, just with the holidays, I haven't been listing as much, and I'm trying to get my listings total for the week back up to that 75 to 100 items a week. They did drop down around the Christmas, New Year's, just because I was spending time with family. So this is a Lane Bryant v-neck striped sweater. Super cute. So something that I've kind of stopped doing as much of is modeling. I'm not modeling as much, and I haven't been for several months now, just because of time. I'm trying to list as much as possible and be as efficient as possible, and so I'm not modeling as much, and I found that actually that's really nice. And so I'm still modeling stuff that is more maybe those vintage pieces, the pieces that really would look better if they're modeled, so you can see kind of the overall fit, especially if it's a different type of fit. Vintage is typically what I'm modeling these days, only because sometimes sizes can be off, or it's just a lot easier to sell it if it's modeled, in my opinion. This is a vintage leather, black leather motorcycle vest, kind of a semi-cropped length, and it's a size 8. So that's kind of what's going on with the modeling portion. And because I've been cutting back on modeling since probably, the spring is when I kind of stopped modeling as much, I haven't really seen a difference. I think in overall sales between the two platforms, I have not seen a drop in sales due to that. So I've actually had an increase of sales overall this year, and since probably fall, I've actually had an increase of sales each month. So yeah, definitely not modeling has not decreased. Not modeling as much has not decreased my sales. Anyways, I probably won't be editing this video I did get a new computer. If you watch my last few videos, you know that they weren't edited and that my old computer was not working. I wasn't able to edit videos. That was also part of the reason that I wasn't wanting to do as many videos. I felt very confined to doing only a certain type of video that didn't need to be edited, stuff like that. And so I do have a new computer. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to be only editing select videos. So videos like probably vlogs, what sold videos, more complicated videos, I'll definitely edit those. But thrift hauls, I'm going to try to stick to these unedited versions because it's such a time saver. Everything about 2021 that I'm trying to kind of take what I've learned from 2020 is that really trying to cut back on the amount of time I spend working, be more efficient, and have more time living my actual life. So I still am working more than full-time hours, but getting some of those hours back to myself is so great. And if I can still make a video and upload it, if it can still be valuable to you while also, you know, saving me a little bit of time, that's great. So this here is Banana Republic. This is the Sloan Fit size 14. They're a navy blue striped kind of plaid trouser dress pant. And I am kind of picky on dress pants, but what I liked about these was the size, condition's pretty good, and I don't know, maybe people will be going back to work soon and want some new pants. I do have a few bags here, a few accessories, and I was going to start with the other side of the pile because that had the Lululemon, but you know, we'll get there. So this is a Vera Bradley purse, and I haven't found one in good enough condition for a while to pick up. But this one is in actually really nice condition. It's a smaller crossbody, black, brown paisley, and it does have the sunglass case matching piece inside. So I thought that was nice, and Vera Bradley actually gets quite a bit of attention for me. Sometimes they're slower sales, but usually get the likes going. This is a Patricia Nash like mini bag. It can actually be worn as just like a wallet or used as just a wallet because you can take the straps completely off. So I thought that was a nice little feature. It does have some card pockets in the inside, lots of different sections in the zippered section. And then on the back, it also has a zippered section. It does have a little bit of scuffing right in here, which is kind of hard to see, but really it's in pretty good condition. It has a little kind of nick here in the calf hair. But overall, I really love this bag. Patricia Nash is definitely a brand that I look out for, and that's kind of the logo, what it looks like. So if you see this, it's a Patricia Nash bag, and they can be quite spendy bags. They're great quality, love the leather, and I love this style. I had a pretty lowball offer on it this morning, and I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm okay with that. I had someone harassing me on another bag earlier in the week on eBay, which is so rare. Like, I don't say that to scare you out of listing on eBay. Like, that's incredibly rare, and it can happen on Poshmark. But they were just trying to tell me that I should sell it to them at a lower price than they had even originally offered me because it wasn't the color they really wanted. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like, that's not how this works. If you want the color you really want, go buy that one. And she had a list of other complaints and reasons why I should be selling it to her at this low price. And I was just like, no, I will wait for the right buyer. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes I definitely will sell things at a lower price if I've had it for a while or I'm just looking to move inventory. But when it comes to bags and quality leather bags, I will hold out for a while. This is I think it's Athleta, yeah. I picked up several Athleta pieces, and so this is a tank top. It is that time of year. People are looking for activewear. I've actually been experimenting a lot this year with activewear, and although it's still not my favorite to sell, it has been selling even if they're at lower prices. So this is a tank. It's got kind of the split back, really nice. And so people are working out, even if it's working out at home, and it does have the padded sports bra that's connected, and it's a size small. To me, it looks more like a medium, but it's probably a small. And here's another one. This is a Lululemon, and tip for Lululemon, if you find one piece, you'll probably find another. So when I found this piece in the bin, I searched that entire bin. I was going to kind of skip that bin. It didn't look very good, but once I saw this piece, I scoured that bin and I did find a couple more pieces. So that would be my tip for you. It's just kind of a basic tank. It has the padded bra, and I don't know if I found the size tag on this one yet. I'm sure it's, oh, there we go. So in the bra part, like where the padding would go in, is the size dot. So it's a size 6. And this is a Gap activewear top. It reminds me a lot of the Lululemon Swiftly long sleeve top. So again, an activewear piece. It's an extra small, I believe. And a Nike men's golf shirt, golf polo. It's a Tiger Woods collection piece. And it's just an ombre design. Let's see here. This is a New Tags World Market kind of large blanket scarf. It's two-tone mauve and kind of camel tan color, and I really love how soft this feels. It feels incredible. Okay, some jeans. There's quite a bit of jeans in here. Flying Monkey. These are a size 28. They're a mid-rise, kind of distressed wash with a raw ankle. Love those. And a pair of Vince. These were in the first bin that I found. They're nothing spectacular, but they're still Vince. They're a pair of corduroy, like khaki pants. They are a size, I think they're a 12. Size 12, and kind of a chino pant. So that was just a fun find. I do just like picking up Vince again, especially at the bins. Like, you can't really go wrong. I will likely sell those at some point, even if it's just for $20. I don't know. Like, I haven't looked at comps for those yet, but I'm assuming they're not going to go for much more than the $32 to $25 mark. But this is another pair of Lululemon in that same bin as that tank top. These are a pair of men's shorts, and there's the Lulu logo right there. They have the bars. The bar system on the men's is like their sizing system, and I'll have to look that up. I don't know that system off the top of my head, but it looks like it's the 3 bars. And they do have some pockets on them, and I think they're like a yoga. I think it says yoga on them or something like that. It's hard for me to read with the lighting, but there is some stuff on there, so those are a fun find. And then this pair of Lulu leggings, which they're size 2. The size dot is in the zippered pocket here, and they're actually in pretty good condition. I was happy with this Lulu find for sure. They have the zippered ankle detail, and there's the Lulu symbol. Okay, some more jeans. I love picking up Levi's, even if they're the more modern, like this pair is. They're the more trendy modern pair here though. This is a classic mid-rise skinny. They're size 4, and there we are. American Eagle. This was a kind of interesting, unique pair of jeans. So this is the super stretch. I believe they're size 6, and they have this like graffiti detailing on them. So lots of different patches and graffiti like work, and that's the way they're supposed to be. Like, this is original to their style. So I like picking up American Eagle, especially from the bins, because it's usually pretty quick. People are looking for those, that brand, searching it out, and you know, pretty quick and easy bread and butter piece. So American Eagle. This is a 00 short. There are the super high rise and distressed leg. I find that the high rise jeggings do pretty well and get most attention for me when I find them, even in those little sizes like that. This is a Torrid denim. They're the mid-rise skinny. They're size 16 regular. Just kind of a nice distressed wash with some distressing on them. And then I found a few of these sweaters that are along the lines of like a fisherman cable knit style sweater. This one's just more of a nice knit, but it's a winter white and just a gorgeous sweater. It's an extra large by Calvin Klein. So I do love picking up these sweaters, and especially when they're like in a nice soft cotton. This is International Concepts, size small, kind of a black with gold fleck. Moto style jacket, just a fun little piece. And I will mostly pick up like anything cashmere at the bins, even if it's just like this piece, which is pretty basic. It's Maurice's medium, but it's a cashmere, and it had some very light pilling under the arms, but nothing too problematic. And on eBay, cashmere seems to get a lot of attention and go very quickly, so I never have a problem picking up a cashmere piece and selling it relatively reasonably and quickly. This is a fun bodysuit. It is new with tags. It's an extra large, kind of this lacy blush, pale blush pink color, and it's got the snap bottom. Jumpsuits, or I guess, did I call it a jumpsuit or a bodysuit? It's a bodysuit, but anyways, bodysuits also seem to get a good amount of attention, so I do like picking those up. And I'm always down for these full zip up like hoodies that are kind of the boho style. I think the most popular brand is the International Concepts brand. Not the International Concepts brand. That would be a piece that I would normally edit out of this video, but I'm not going to. Rising International is the brand that does really well. This is just kind of an offshoot of it, or just a remake or someone else's reproduction of that brand. But this one's called Happy Colors, and it's a size large, purple. It's just got the embroidery and kind of the burnout material. Reminds me of very hippie style. Okay, this swimsuit is awesome. It's a two-piece vintage bikini. It's tag size 12, and it's a high-rise, high-thigh bikini. It's got this kind of faux wrap detail at the waist, and then the top can be worn strapless, or it has the halter strap. And so I have listed a few swimsuits recently. So although I'm saving stuff for kind of summer, I am listing a few swimsuits because at least around here, I do know of people going vacationing in Florida. That's a huge thing for Minnesotans. Minnesotans love to vacation in Florida. When I lived in Washington, in Seattle, people would always go to Hawaii and vacation. So I definitely am listing some swimsuits just in case. A few more pairs of jeans, and then I'll be calling it good. So these are a pair of Tommy jeans. They're a high-rise mom jean. If you sell like the vintage like 80s, 90s like mom jeans, how are they selling for you nowadays? I know like I'm not getting as much for them as I used to. Like as far as like 2 years ago, I could get really good prices for my high-rise mom jeans. But now it seems like their prices are going down, and I'm assuming it's because maybe the trends are changing, or also because a lot of modern brands are making their own versions of high-rise mom jeans, which I feel like, you know, if you can go for the modern make and find the right size, they probably fit a little bit better or something like that. So I'm having a harder time moving them for the prices I once was getting. So I don't know if you've been noticing the same thing, but this is a pair of just classic Levi's. They're the orange tab high rise. They're a men's jeans, but women can definitely wear them as well. They're the tapered like loose leg, which is, you know, supposed to be that trendy look. Okay, and then a few more activewear pieces. So again, Athleta. This is a purple medium pullover. I picked up a few of these types of styles. So this one's a Reebok, again with the activewear for those people who are still trying to work on themselves. And Athleta, again, this one does have a little bit more wear. It's an extra small. It's a gray hooded pullover. Kind of a fun, neat style, though. And then a Nike quarter zip. This one's a size large, purple. This one's in really great condition. And then a men's plaid flannel, small, pop-over top. Does have the quarter zip there. And more of these cable knit like fisherman sweaters, which again I mentioned I really like picking these up. So this one's a Christopher & Banks. It is new with tags. It's this like pale periwinkle blue, very soft. And another similar one by Gap. I really love the coloring on this. It is a like green color, and this one is just giving me classic fisherman knit vibes. So these this style in general gets a lot of attention for me when I use those words, fisherman, knit, cable knit. They just seem to get a lot of attention in that way. So that's basically the gist of it. I know it's not everything, but I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul and this chat. And again, leave me some feedback down below and just let me know what you've been up to and all of that good jazz. So thanks so much for following along. Thanks for tuning into this video, and I will see you next time.